quickly destroy the Archaeotech engine.
Nothing can be done hastily and prudently, Brother Barakil.
So answers an apothecary.
I'm in place.
I am in place.
The Xenos are uncounted.
In position.
Waypoint reached. All die.
quickly destroy the Archaeotech engine.
Nothing can be done hastily and prudently, Brother Barricade.
So answers an apothecary. Warning!
I'm in place.
I am in place.
The Xenos are uncounted.
In position.
Waypoint reached.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Angry Badger Minis. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, follow if you're on Twitch, check us out on Twitter and Instagram, and I appreciate everyone being here.
Sorry and Buckle 25. There we go, LOL.
Yeah, I use that 10 minutes to kind of make sure I do a little bit of a checklist, if you will. I'm still pretty green YouTuber, Twitcher, or whatever. Twitcher, well that sounds great. Makes me sound like I'm on drugs or something. Or would that be tweaker? Tweaker. Anyway, so the update is we finished the Incarn models today. I made 2 of them, but one of them I did not put all the stuff on, and I gave it different weapons. hold on, let me get my hands out of the damn way. Reason being is, a little closer here. I guess I just got too much going on in the background, my bad. Anyway, this one right here that's got all the swirly nonsense and the sword is going to be the actual Yin-Karn model for the Aeldari. I'm going to tell you right now, this model blows putting it together. It absolutely blows. The amount of cleanup that I'm going to have to do, or I mean like filling in things to make things fit, GW really screwed the pooch on this model. At least this cast in the whatever Gathering Storm, box. They really screwed the pooch on it, and both of them are basically that way. So much, in fact, I don't even know if you can tell this, but if you'll notice, one's leaning one way and one's leaning the other. That's not my doing. Okay, one's leaning this way and one's leaning that way. That's totally their nonsense going on. Now this one, because I have two, like I said last night, I didn't buy the two boxes. I had bought one box and my wife didn't know that I had it, and she bought it for me for my birthday or Christmas or something. So I ended up with two of everything in the box. 2 Uvrains, 2 Yin-Karns, 2 Vizarks. I kept calling it Auto-Arc or Auto-Arc. It's a Vizark. So what's going to happen is that one over there, sorry, this one right here will be our actual Aeldari Yin-Karn. This one is going to go to my Slanesh army as kind of a, FU to the Eldar race. And this will be my, because I can't stand the model, this will be my Keeper of Secrets. And that's going to work out great. And it'll obviously be painted differently. And then we've got, I'm almost done with these right here, the Uvrain models. I got 2 of them. One of these is going to be for the Aeldari, and then the other one I'm going to use for my Warhammer Fantasy High Elves army in some manner.
Saurian Buckle 25. TAC Marines were harder than I remember.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that it's got something to do with their plastic. I don't know, man. I think that they did something to force people to have to buy, plastic cement and not so much, crazy glue or super glue, so that way they could rein in the market on all the hobby supplies, and it would not surprise me, I'll put it that way. So anyway, we're going to finish these ladies up here, and literally all I've got left is to put the hair on, these pieces of hair on this braid or whatever. The 2
Saurian Buckle 25. I need more spare arms face with tears of joy.
If you need more spare arms, dude, I'm not even joking. Instead of buying spare arms, you can make, I don't know if you've ever seen me do it, and I don't know if I have any sitting around. Yeah, I do, right here. Get this stuff on, and this will help you with a lot of things. I don't know if you can make that out. That right there is a mold of the shield piece to a heavy weapons platform for an Eldar Guardian squad. This is reusable. I just put it in hot water, and then you can, squash it back together, and then, you can cut it in half while it's hot if you want, or beforehand. It's up to you. Stick the Space Marine arm in there, give yourself 2 little holes or whatever, and then once that's cooled, use the second half to put over top of it, and then push it down, push it in the 2 holes or whatever, as a key lock or whatever, and just make sure that you've got, a channel or whatever, and then you can either pour, or you don't even have to do that, just get yourself some green stuff, squash it all in there or whatever, and then, push the whole thing together, and then just, leave it clamped or a book on it or something like that. You'll make arms, I'm telling you right now. Especially if you don't really, it's really up to you, but barring making a whole mold and all that kind of stuff, that's the way I would do it, unless you can find some cheap Space Marine bits online or something. Let's see here. They wanted me to put this on this side somewhere. That's another thing, man. These instructions are absolutely garbage. All of them. It's just like, you know, here's an arrow pointing to some oblivious spot on the model. And it just, oh my gosh. It's like the worst puzzle you've ever tried to put together. I did so much dry fitting. Oh God, that's what I get for not concentrating. I did so much dry fitting on the Incarns, it's not even funny. But yeah, we'll get these guys done. We'll get the Vizarks done tonight, and depending on, you know, how late it is, I may or may not start on all that's. We'll start on the Avatar of Cain, the new model. I don't have the old one. I never liked it, so no worries there. Oh, I got this wrong, apparently. Somehow
Sorry and Buckle
like
25. Can I get a quick opinion?
Of course. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to hang out with you guys and talk shit. What am I doing? I didn't even cut it off yet. I'm in such a rush to get this done.
Sorry and Buckle 25. It's long, fair warning.
That's alright. That's what this channel's all about, man. Hobby time. Do your thing.
Sorry and Buckle 25. I had a lore idea for my chapter, which would change the whole idea of why they're blue, but would let me try different designs and such. Which would be keep blue for the smaller bits but have different patterns and colors for different operations, like greener colors being when they have to be in a forest, or gray for mountainous or city filled areas. Each operation unit would be each division, which are companies.
So, when you say blue, are you talking about the bulk of the Space Marine armor? Did I miss something here? Okay, you said blue for the smaller bits. Never mind. What's the base color of the Space Marine chapter that you've got? Like, what's your overall color? Or who is it? Is it a first founding chapter? Anything like that?
Sorry and Buckle 25. Blue is their main color now, but I figure that fits in with the winter ice part of it. It's a Umbre's second founding. Okay, so here's what I would do, honestly. I mean, if you're trying to have something, you know, like you're trying to give the illusion that they're camouflage in some way, or have different colors when they, you know, deploy. Sorry and Buckle 25.
I know.
I mean homebrew.
I know. I've figured it out. You could do a couple of things, and this kind of goes back to my Death Watch, for instance, the Death Watch Terminators I made. So they've got, you know, their little, whatever that little shield is. I assume that's, you know, we can say what gives them, you know, their refractor field or whatever, invulnerable save. I know people argue, you know, it's the supposed bits of the Emperor's armor in the Crux Terminatus, but what I did was, and I also did like a loincloth, is because I didn't want to commit the the right shoulder pauldron, if you will, to a chapter, because I wanted every one of them to be able to switch out weapons with heavy weapons. I just went ahead and put their chapter symbol in the, you know, in whatever it was on that that thing, on that shield thing, and then I painted, like hand painted or whatever. Also, a loincloth as well. Something you could do, I think, would be cool. I would not worry so much about, and again, just take this for what it's worth, I wouldn't worry so much about, and I'm a complete hypocrite on this, to be honest with you, but I'm growing. I wouldn't worry so much about, is everything on my stuff going to match every battlefield I'm going to be on. Keep your armor blue. Do, if you're interested, if it really matters to you, depending on the playing field, you have plenty of spots on those Space Marines where you could put a couple of magnets if you wanted that would blend in perfectly, specifically on the backpack. Or you don't even have to do that. You could make yourself like a little roll that looks like it would be like a cloak or something like that, like we'll call it a Harry Potter cloak, if you will. And
Sorry,
it sits.
Buckle 25. It will only be for my painting and lore.
Okay. Well, what if you did some sort of cloak on them, or you did kind of a half paint job, but not half and half like you've seen, like the Space Marine chapters where it's right down the middle. I mean something that's more like angular, like as if a change is taking place, like some kind of field is materializing or dematerializing, and then where that line is, you just do kind of an electric, it looks like a little bit of electricity or something like that that separates the color of your chapter from the change. And it doesn't have to be the whole model or even whole half of the model. Hell, you could do it on just one shoulder. You know what I mean? But there's a couple ideas right there.
Ghostboy1178YZ. Hi. I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor, the quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on. Incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands.
I had to
Turn it on
block
/off/customize.
Still reading.
Go to dogehype.com.
Yeah, I just...
Sorry, and Buckle 25. Just different colors, same idea of pattern. I'm not that good at painting at all. Sorry, and Buckle 25. No at Ghostboy1178YZ, no you a bot.
Well, you don't have to worry about being too awesome with painting it, and here's why. So, an easy way of painting... I honestly think that if you did something more of a cloak style... Well, hold on. Okay, so check this out. Are you painting right now? Or do you have paints nearby, like a blue, like a dark blue, a light blue, and a white, by chance? Or can you get
Sorry,
it?
and Buckle 25. No building.
Okay. Well, it's real simple to do the electric part that I'm
Sorry, and
talking
Buckle
about.
25. I have paints.
Yeah, it's real simple, and you can easily... I mean, dude, it's so simple. All you got to do is, I would, and it would just be jagged lines, but to practice the, what the electric part would look like, all you need to do is paint a dark blue line, then paint, however thick you think you want everything to be. And of course you can feather that in or what have you if you need to, but I really wouldn't worry about that because you're trying to make the point that there's an actual change happening here. And then paint light blue over that with the light blue, if I don't have any paints here, but to demonstrate, like, if my finger, and I apologize for using my middle finger, I'm trying to hold this glue here. If my middle finger here, my finger was the dark blue, then I'm going to paint the light blue over it, but I'm gonna do the width of it up until about, there's a little bit of edge blue, if that makes sense. So maybe if I lay this finger over. Do you see how you can see just a little bit of the first finger on either side? That's about how much you would have of the dark blue left. And then you would do the same thing. You know, you could up the shade of, like, lighten the shade of the light blue until you almost get to a white, and then the last thing would be a nice thin line of white. But you don't even have to have it as a solid thin line. You could do, like, you know, a little, like a stark, real stark contrast of white, nothing there, just the light stuff, then a more, you know, more dark or high contrast white or whatever. But then on paper you're just practicing with a straight line. But then when you start doing little, you know, squiggly things or whatever, you're...
Saurian Buckle 25. I just want each company be their own category to be used for. Like my first company is Winter, which is the home world environment. Second company will be baseline green with small parts blue. Third would be beige for arid/sand-like environments, etc.
Okay, then I apologize. I guess I thought you wanted to keep everything blue and then figure out a way around that. Well, dude, that's simple. Just paint a blue band around their arm. You know what I mean? Or even just the shoulder pauldron or what have you. Like, I mean, like around the shoulder pauldron. And then the bulk of their armor is what you want.
25. You are fine face with tears of joy.
I mean, then you know, you have exactly what you want for their, you know, base coat of armor. All right, this does not look right. Something went wrong here. And of course, I did so much talking, it's now kind of glued on there. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I definitely did not enjoy putting those yin carns together. And I also don't like all that crap floating around him. That's the other reason I didn't put it on the other one. Just was, I don't know, it was just annoying. Okay, why is that wanting to go right there instead of where I want it to be? I think I did the same with this one. Well, no, it's supposed to be together. It just didn't go together. Okay, let's see if we can fix that. Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Saurian Buckle 25. Also firstborn are east to convert to HQs and stuff. I made one of my sergeants a lieutenant by changing the helmet because he was already decorated highly.
For sure. The majority of my Space Marines are all firstborn. And I'm never gonna get rid of them. Man, for some reason I'm burning up. I don't know why. Okay. Got a pile of sprues over here. Let's see. So we just gotta put this, oh, that goes on her back, not on her head. I was wondering about that spot. But they want me to put it on after I put the sword on. That's, man, what the heck?
Saurian Buckle 25. Firstborn are versatile and can get the job done. Primaris for me are bullet takers.
I love the way that the Primaris look, but I mean, I can honestly say that I don't know. Regardless of what Games Workshop has said, I know that they're going to get rid of Firstborn at some point. They're just going to not be supported. like that whole thing, like if you wanted to go play in a match or something, like, you know, like a sanctioned match, and you had out of print models, you're not allowed to use them. That's, you know, even though they're Games Workshop models, that's absolute garbage in my opinion. So that would mean the entirety, well, the majority of the Dark Eldar force I have, or even the Eldar Guardians that I have, you know, in the ballpark of 200 models, I wouldn't be able to take to an actual Games Workshop tournament or you know, Nova or something like that. It's just ridiculous. So, in addition to pricing me out of the hobby, because I just don't feel like paying that kind of stuff anymore, or paying for those kind of prices, that's another way to get me out of it. And people are making better stuff 3D anyway now. I have no delusions that I'm ever going to be sponsored by Games Workshop, and even if I did, I mean, it probably wouldn't last long, because I'm not I mean, yes.
Saurian Buckle 25. Reason why I stick to eBay and look for auctions.
For sure, man, for sure. Yep. Well, it's like I went on there just to see what, you know, I think it was 2 days ago, just to see what a squad of Space Tactical Marines was going for. And I mean, I remember back in the day when 10 Marines, I believe they went for $25. Now they're, you know, $50 or more, depending on, you know, if you can get the 15% discount from somebody. It's just ridiculous, in my opinion. And I mean, I guess the argument could be made that they're newer now and stuff like that and look better or something, but
Saurian Buckle 25.
You know.
15 for 20 is what I saw, but that was auction ended on I think 36.
Guess I'm gonna have to break out the old zip kicker. Something happened here that
Saurian Buckle
didn't quite get
25.
level.
I won a drop pod for $39.50.
Wow. I remember when those were $30. Like, you know, and then you could get the, the discount from that. It's just ridiculous, man. And like listening to guys like Northern Exile, you know, who were there, you know, in working for GW and stuff, and talking about how they were specifically told, you know, the box costs more than the models to make. I mean, that's something I probably should have never heard in my life. I half expected it, or, you know, had my assumptions,
Saurian Buckle
but
25. Pre-built, pre-base kitted, but is yeller, but I can just mess around with that.
hold on a second. Pre-built, pre-base coated, but is yeller? I don't understand. Maybe that didn't come out right in translation or something. What does that mean?
Saurian Buckle 25. The base coat is yellow.
Well, I mean, you can always strip them.
Saurian Buckle 25. Sorry, yellow.
You can always, you know, well, once you said base coat, I figured out what you're saying. You could always, you know, strip them, of course. But, to be honest with you, some of that yellow would work great for your tan or sand colored, you know, desert marines. As a base coat, put the tan over top of it. If that makes
Saurian
sense.
Buckle 25. Exactly.
Oh, see? You don't need my advice. My opinions are shit. Excuse me. Alright. Don't really understand the point of this cat, but it came with the kit, so we're putting it on there with her.
Saurian Buckle 25. Mine options are shit too. I'm a very young player still.
Well, I've been playing forever, only I didn't really partake in 9th edition, so I'm right along with you. I just play very basic. Move, shoot, and close combat, and that's about it. No stratagems, no, you know, whatever craziness out there. I don't worry about meta lists. I like infantry, you know, massed amounts of infantry. Make sure I got this right.
Saurian Buckle 25. That's how my opponent and I play.
Alright. So other than putting this hair on, these ladies are complete. So we'll wait for the cat. Actually, I don't have to wait. I'll just put this stuff on there. Ah, I knew you were going to do that. I knew it. Son of a bitch. I knew I was going to knock that over before it cured. Okay, that one's semi-good. That should be good. And now you can fool around with the stinking hair. See what the hell's going on with this. Because they don't really tell you. It sits on top, but that's about all they tell you. And it doesn't look very good to me. Probably gonna have to get in there with some green stuff at some point.
Saurian Buckle 25. My Marines are based by some of the stuff from where I come from. Mainly the way they talk and the way they go about things.
Where's that? Come on, man. Get on there.
Saurian Buckle 25. A small town in Tennessee named Newport.
Right on. Well, it seems to me, unless I've got, I mean, I know West Virginia does this, but unless I've got my areas wrong, you guys have a lot of coal mining there, right? Maybe not necessarily in Newport, but I mean in Tennessee.
Saurian Buckle 25. No.
Okay, well, there went that idea. I was going to say, if you did, they would be...
Saurian Buckle 25. Yes. No, yes.
Wait, what? You lost me. Or
Saurian
yes.
Buckle 25. Kind of, sort of.
Okay, so where I was going with that was, then it seems to me your guys would be, a lot of them would be cave fighting experts. or hive fighting experts, that kind of stuff, going after gene stealer cults and things like that, but each to their own.
Saurian Buckle 25. It's more towards up north from here.
So what's the terrain like where you are? Specifically. Damn it.
Saurian Buckle 25. I live more out in the woods.
Okay. So you could get away with the whole jungle fighter aesthetic, or lore portion if you want them to be from your area. Finally. Okay, so these are done with all the finicky little parts, and the Vizark should not be
Saurian
Vizark
Buckle
model.
25. I love having spare screws now. I can deck out my Marines.
Spare screws? Okay, explain that one. I'm not tracking. This is all we have for the Vizark, so this should go pretty fast. I hope. I shouldn't need...
Saurian Buckle 25. Sprue the plastic things the pieces come from.
Oh, sprue. I thought it says screws. I'm tracking. Yeah, it said screw first, and I'm like, what the heck are you using screws for? I guess you could get some really small ones, and they could be like, I don't know, kind of like grenades a Viet Cong had or something, or Germans and
Saurian
stuff.
Buckle 25. My phone don't recognize sprues, so it autocorrects to screw.
I gotcha. I understand the struggle. Yep, this is the last. Well, okay. For the Eldar, this is should be basically the last small model that I have. After this, it's the Avatar of Cain, 4 Wraith Lords, Wraith Knights, and my, wherever I put it, oh, it's over there, Eldar Revenant Titan. And then the Eldar will be done. But I'm going to be honest, it's going to take me a while with the Wraith Knights and the Titan, because I want to do it right, just like I did with the Warhounds and stuff. Get one shot, basically. I don't want to be looking at it and be unhappy with it. Oh, and with the Vizarks, because I never said anything, one of these guys will go to the Inari, and then the other guy is going to go to my Dark Eldar army as a leader. One of many. But like if I just wanted to play a small game, nothing crazy, and just have a guy that, kind of looked the part but wasn't, out of control. I don't really know much about the Inari. I thought when the Gathering Storm came out I was going to really get involved in that, and I never
Saurian
did.
Buckle 25. My last game was small but crazy.
Yeah, I think back to the days when I first got in and we only had lunch to play, you know, about 45 minutes to play, and it was
Saurian Buckle
kill team didn't
25.
exist back then.
My entire 700-point army attack a single Lemon Russ and did almost nothing.
Yeah. Well, I think they have a 2+ save now too, right? Oh my gosh, this thing.
Saurian Buckle 25. Yes. Saurian Buckle 25. And my Marines couldn't shoot worth a shit.
Yeah, that's a bad part. Whenever that happens, I just go, oh, I need to go back to the rifle range. I try to go
Saurian
up.
Buckle 25. I'm sitting here like it's a tank. How the hell do you miss a tank?
Well, they weren't missing the tank. You just think they were. They were missing the targeted areas that they were really trying to hit to get a mobilization kill or something like that. See, you think you're telling your Marines what to do when in fact they're doing their own thing. So, yeah, they might have missed, but they didn't miss the tank. They missed the part that they were looking for. That's how I would justify it.
Saurian Buckle 25. Wait, my bad, the guns wouldn't shoot. Face with tears of joy.
They wouldn't shoot? How's that even a thing? I don't understand that part.
Saurian Buckle 25. NOP.
NOP? NOP. I'm not tracking. NOP. NOP.
Saurian Buckle 25. I meant no.
What do you mean they didn't shoot? I don't get that. I mean, you're still rolling. You still get to roll to hit. It's not like...
Saurian Buckle 25. As in they wouldn't pass the first roll to even shoot.
You mean to hit? Because you're shooting regardless. That's where I'm confused. You have roll to hit, roll to wound, and roll to save. Unless something new has come out that I don't know about.
Saurian Buckle 25. Yeah, probably.
Okay, so yeah, well, like I said, I mean, they shot, but, you know, if you try to rationalize it in your head and just say, oh, well, they were trying to hit this specific key point, you know, and they just weren't able to do so, that makes sense. But then again, you could have pissed off the dice gods, I don't know. Who knows? Anything's possible.
Saurian Buckle 25. Devastators shot the most.
As they should. I would have, if it were me.
Saurian Buckle 25. And hit the most.
Yeah. If it were me, I'd have used them to cover the movement of my tactical Marines to haul ass up to the tanks and put, you know, a melt-a-bomb or crack grenades on the tank. That's what I would have done that. But then again, you know, a lot of people,
25,
you know.
But didn't do anything to it.
Well, I don't have any proof of this, but I think, and mind you, I have a ton of tanks, so, you know, I guess my opinion means nothing, but on this, because it just makes me look like I'm trying to save face for the guard or whatever, but I would say that it was Games Workshop's way of appeasing people who spent money on the tanks. I might be wrong on that, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Shit, I did not mean to do that. Let me see here. Because I actually wanted to mount this guy on something. Later.
Saurian Buckle 25. He was also running veterans, but they didn't get to shoot because I was basically dead already.
What kind of game or mission were you guys playing? What kind of mission set? And I don't mean in the book, I mean like what were you guys doing?
Saurian Buckle 25.
Oh man, this thing's on.
Eliminate the enemy team.
So just annihilation. Basically. Oh, shit. Were you guys limited to turns or?
Saurian Buckle 25. Yep, annihilation.
So what restrictions did you put on yourselves? Or did you? Man,
Saurian Buckle 25. We went by turns.
how many turns in your game in that? Or did you just play until you could kill each other off? Yep. You saw that. I just did that. I did it on purpose. Because I needed to get the leg to unfuck itself.
Saurian Buckle 25. I have not a clue, just went till one of us were dead.
Right on. That's kind of what I figured, and that's kind of how we used to play back in the day. Nobody really cared about the missions in the book, or I mean the turn limits. Because I mean,
Buckle 25. I mean, I used reserves.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, that doesn't matter. That's kind of like my whole thing. You know, where people try to justify, and I guess it says it in the rules now, that if you're going to use transport vehicles, that you have to declare which units are in there. And the argument is, if you don't, then it's easy to cheat and say, oh, well, that unit wasn't in there, when all you have to do is write it on paper. And I would argue that you would not know who's in what vehicle, and then you got guys go, oh, well, there's psychers in 40K. It's like, dude, shut up. Those guys, I mean, they have to know so much, or they have so much going on. The last thing they're thinking about is, okay, let me use my psychic powers to identify every vehicle that's on the battlefield that the enemy has and what kind of unit is in it, to include weapon loadouts. Just dumb. But, you know, people are going to say whatever they want to say so that they can win, I guess, or whatever. I just think it's a dumb rule. I don't think that anybody with transports or anything like that, the opponent should know what's in it. If you want to require the other guy to pick and put him on there, and then he just annotates on his, oh, damn it, I did it again. Oh, well. And I better not do this. Annotates on his roster, you know, who's in what unit, and then they can check that afterwards. That's fine. But I don't think it should be, you know, I mean, if that's the case, then Gene Stealer Colts shouldn't be able to place blips down and then, you know, decide however many come out of which. It's the same concept. And whenever I bring that up, you know, it's always like, oh, what the heck? That's not the same thing. Oh, it's totally the same thing. But we can't have normal conversations anymore as people, so... There's that problem.
Saurian Buckle 25. I like how this sergeant looks, thunder hammer, and the bolter pistol that looks like two stuck together.
Did you shave off on the insides of the bolt pistols so that they went together more like a storm bolter? I mean, where they look like they're actually a part of one another, or are they just glued together? Let's see here.
Saurian Buckle 25. Storm bolter, I believe in it's one thing.
Awesome. Yep, kit bashing is the way to go, man. Alright, so then we got this piece. This guy looks like a vampire.
Saurian Buckle 25. And for looks he has a pistol on his right leg.
Can never have too many weapons. Just saying. Gosh, man, these instructions are just horrible. Just kind of have to put the piece on there and then move it around until maybe
Saurian
it moves
Buckle
into
25.
some gap.
Not an actual weapon, just the one that's inside of like a leather holder.
Right. I understand. I actually remember doing a lot of that kind of stuff when I first got started because I didn't have any of the metal models and stuff, and where I was, there really wasn't a way to purchase that stuff. So we just made do with what we felt like we could live without and cut up and kit bash stuff. And it's funny, seeing all the terminology and nomenclature that's out there now, like kit bash and slap chop and all that stuff, and it's like, dude, that's all the stuff we used to do. Maybe we just didn't have a name for it, but it's the same processes, same mindset. Same money saving tactics. Alright, what's going on here?
Saurian Buckle 25. The true name is Make It Your Own.
This is true. Got some. May have to take a break here in a second. Go deal with something. Got a dog barking that may need to go out. I didn't think you glued together.
Saurian Buckle 25. I don't believe it was ever supposed to be called Kitbash, just something that maybe the company itself made to give it an actual name. So now that people call it that to sound more professional about it.
I don't know about professional. I think they do it just to sound like there's some kind of elite or been in the hobby a long time and sound like they really know what they're, I don't know. But you know how it is as time goes on, people develop different jargon, shortcuts, and accents and everything else, kind of like people from California and the way that they try to talk, or people from the valley with the I don't really care about anything, nothing, I'm so confident I don't care about anything way of talking when they just sound like complete morons. But that's how it is. And then they wonder why they get no respect. Because people are looking at you like you're stupid. That dog's annoying. And I don't even know which one it is. Alright, just a few more parts and this will be done. Shoulder pad thing goes on. Okay. Ooh, I almost cut that blade off. Whoa. Slow down. Wait a minute, what? What? Wait, what's going on here? That's a blade, but does it go on something else? Because the arm blade is already here. Why would you have a blade sticking off of the hair or the pommel? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. If you guys see that blade right there, I don't see anything in the instructions saying that goes anywhere. Nope. Well, I guess we will just, maybe it was an error, I don't know. careful here. I don't know. I don't know what that could go to, because it's definitely not in the instructions.
Saurian Buckle 25. This just looks amazing. I gave him a melta bomb on his left leg and a set of grenades on the front part of his left leg.
Nice. Yeah, most Space Marine players that I know of don't put grenades and pouches on. They just go with what it is. And I think that was part of the reason that Games Workshop made the Primaris the way they did, to almost kind of force the look. Like it wasn't really selling the look too much. So now you can't help
Saurian
it.
Buckle 25. Heavily weaponized because he's the squad that will come from the drop pod.
Right on. Alright, let's see here.
Saurian Buckle 25. This squad is the start of what will show the name of the second Devizion that should be feared by enemies alike. Random thing that popped in my head, lol.
Right on. It's too bad the robot can't say division. Got that.
Saurian Buckle 25. I wonder if it can't say Devizion like that. What about the vision? Close enough maybe.
I don't know. It's kind of like when you try to type, the word not N-O-T, and if you screw it up, it's not actually in any real dictionaries or anything on your computer or Discord or whatever, and you gotta physically go in there
Saurian Buckle 25.
and retype it.
What about division?
There you go. That worked. Okay.
Saurian Buckle 25. Just got a Spaceta and Vision. Saurian Buckle 25. Weird.
Yeah. Gosh, I hate these connection pieces that they have done or whatever.
Saurian Buckle 25. You know, I think each year or so I will buy another tax quad to remake and see how each year looks different from my original design.
They may not be around. Not the firstborns anyway, unless you're just getting used models, then they might be. What the hell? Just tucks under here somewhere. There it is. Hidden way up in there.
Saurian Buckle 25. Let's just hope for now. If not, eventually I'll be holding 1000 S of dollars worth of stuff. We add if 40K gets rid of them, I'll go to Mark 6 from HH.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could probably always go to Horus Heresy.
Saurian Buckle 25. Because I live the beakies.
Right? Not me. I'm not a big fan of them. But, again, each to their own.
Saurian Buckle 25. Piss them off, they'll just peck you in the head.
I don't know. I saw quite a few of them getting shot in the head in that Horus Heresy trailer. Both sides, of course.
Saurian Buckle 25. And being wiped by a big ass beam of fire.
Yeah. That Titan did for sure.
Saurian Buckle 25. Something played in my head when that Titan fell.
What's that?
Saurian Buckle 25. Here comes the sun, do 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 do.
That's funny. Got his head on correct. I guess. They just have the angle like he's looking at the ground. Alright. Well, we did it. So here they are.
Saurian Buckle 25. I mean, it's just funny, all you hear is these titans are unstoppable. Next second. Oh no, my only weakness. Fire in a circle coming from the sky, face with tears of joy.
Well, it was, to be fair, it was an orbital bombardment. So, I mean, that's pretty powerful. Alright, so I am going to call it a night, but tomorrow we'll be working on this guy. Unless I happen to take care of him during the day, and then we'll be working on a Wraith night. But anyway, I'm gonna...
Saurian Buckle 25. Alrighty, see you later.
Yep, and thank you everyone for stopping by. And
Saurian Buckle 25. Oh, looks like corn dude.
definitely not, but anyway, thank you guys so much. Good to see you again, Saurian. And we will catch everybody next time.